What do you think keeps people in a creative field?
That is what keeps them alive.
It is.
That there's some people that if they didn't have a creative outlet, then they wouldn't know what the point of life is. I don't know. I mean, life would definitely have a meaning without creating your art, but like it would be harder to know what that is.
Yeah. I think that everyone, even if they're not explicitly artists, like you need some sort of creative outlet. And I mean that like you're talking earlier about ownership. Like you need to just feel like you have something, right?
Yeah.
Like when you look at anyone's hobbies, I think being able to create and really like complete something that you can say, oh, I produced this, I think that's super important. Even like cooking, or you're doing like housework, or like cleaning around your house, like that's the part that makes it satisfying, is the fact that after you're done, you're like, look at this.
End result.
There's an end result,
Right.
And that's kind of what makes it satisfying.
It's bigger than art.
It's bigger than art.
I won't even say creative, because there's other processes like cleaning couldn't be a creative process. Or recently I just got into gardening, right? Like I had never gardened before, but to go from a transplant or a seed and then watering it and then taking care of it and picking off the dead leaves or whatever, and then finally seeing it produce like a zucchini or a tomato or a pepper, and then being able to take that and eat it, it's like you learn so much from that process, and there's a purpose for it. And then I could even go further, because like there's people that work in the yard, like put in hours every day, but like they get something from that. Yeah, I mean, like if you really think about it though, like to be an entrepreneur, it's a creative pursuit. Right? It's like literally creative, because you have to find ways. You know, or do something that you love, or do something that's creative. I mean, obviously, like for example, like being a stock day trader isn't necessarily a creative task, but like creating daily schedules and having like, you know, numbers that you have to hit and goals and shit like that. Like, can I swear? Go. It's like there's an element of creativity that comes with it, or like starting your own restaurant.
I'll even compare it to having kids. Right? Like people will say that having a kid is the most fulfilling, most important thing that I've ever done in my life, right? And it's kind of the same thing. It's like you manifested yourself into something that just gives you a sense of completion, you know?
Is that ego?
I don't know.
That's actually an interesting concept, because like, so I help raise 2 little girls, right? They're not my biological kids, but I call them my daughters. They treat them like my daughters. And then when I do have my own kids, I treat them the same, then does that mean that like it's not about because it was mine, it's from me? You know what I mean? It's because that's how you treat kids and you raise kids or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, I'm getting hella off topic, but like this is like a deep moment. Right, because it's like, they're not mine biologically, but it doesn't change that I treat them with love and affection and guidance and like teaching.
You just feel like that's something you got to do.
So whether you're like raising a kid, or you're like making an album, or you're building a garden, or you're shooting a movie, or you're, you know, building a company or whatever, there's a purpose for doing what you do. And it's always the purpose, right? Because like if you did something void of the purpose, then you may not feel that fulfillment upon completion. But if you have that purpose, then it doesn't matter if you ever complete it, you know. But you got to make money, and
you got to do these things, you know.
But that's creative too.
That's actually true. Making money is a creative outlet.
I'm not the one to ever try to pretend like I think making money is a bad thing.
No,
like I'm trying to get the bag, bro.
Facts.
I'm trying to get the bag, and I'm trying to utilize it, and I'm trying to grow my funds and my income, and you know, do cool shit with my life, and help people, or invest in others, or invest in shit, or fucking buy a cool car if that's my thing, you know what I mean? And like my belief is here's my belief that when you do what you want to do. So for me, if it's making music, for you, if it's shooting videos, if for someone it's making gardens, whatever. If you can do what you want to do and also make money doing it to live, and if not and live to the capacity that you want to live,
you won.
Right? Then you win.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's over.
That's it.
It's over.
And it's possible. It's hard to do, but it's possible. 100% it's possible.
I think the hardest part for a lot of people, especially like people that could be watching this, is like, when you ask people, if you could do anything, what would you do? a lot of people don't even have an answer to that question. Right?
True.
That's one of the hardest things. A lot of people don't even have that answer.
That's right.
You know, because I don't know why.
I don't know why either. There's a lot of different like influencing factors out there that confuse us, you know what I mean? And that's why mindfulness, self-awareness, these things are so important, because the answers are in here.
Yeah.
The answers for what you should do are inside, you know what I mean? But like when we allow ourselves to be influenced by outside relationships or outside marketing or just the world.
Even just like going on our phone too much. You know, these little things. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like I feel like everyone already knows what they're meant to do and what's going to make them the happiest and what's going to make them feel the most productive and the most successful in their own way. It's not really you're going out there to find what you're supposed to be doing. It's more like you're trying to start chipping away at the things that have gone in your head that stop you from doing what naturally feels right. You know what I mean?
Have you read The Alchemist?
No, I haven't.
Read The Alchemist.
I should check that out. Yeah, I haven't read it in a minute. I got to check that out.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I heard of it and for years, and I never picked it up. And then finally last year, like I read it. I got put on to reading it, and bro, like that. Now I get why everyone says to read it. Yeah. But what you just said is a huge like part of that book.
Yeah, awesome. I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. I think this is
yeah,
good.
Dude,
this
that's
is good.